Your Grace, Father Vladimir, and Sister Margarita, Reverend clergy and monastics, and all guests, glory to Jesus Christ. It was a little over 30 years ago that I first met Father Vladimir. At that time, I was not yet Orthodox, and I was still single. I was not yet married. I met Father Vladimir through who would be my wife, Diana, sitting at the other table. She worked for Cox Cable at that time. She was a producer in their local access channel. She just released a show for the Interchurch Council of Cleveland where they interviewed Father Vladimir. And she came and told me, you have to come with me and meet this nice new young priest in Parma. So we did. We had that meeting with you, Father, and I think that we hit it off right from the start. I mean, there was a click there. I had a lot of questions. You gave me a lot of books. I had some questions, and you answered after I read the books. I learned, and I grew as a faith. Then as we were going through our premarital classes, at the last class, I asked you, well, what do I have to do to become Orthodox now? And then you said, well, you explained the service to me, and then you said, well, I think you're ready right now. So it was on Saturday, actually it was Saturday, January 17th, that I was chrismated and received into the Orthodox Church. Which I didn't realize until the day after that was the day to commemorate St. Anthony the Great, which is actually my patron saint, and the name I took when I was ordained. So I found it very fitting that you would everything worked out to the way with me and you, that the day I was received into the church was the most fitting times. My faith with you, or my relationship with you grew and grew from that point. At first you were my teacher, you were my instructor, then you were my father confessor. And life grew on in the parish, and me and my wife got married, and we became involved with some of the groups in the church, and one of them was the young adults. It was for young married couples, people without children, sort of between that teenage years and adult years. You don't quite know where you're going to fit in. One of the ministries that we did was we had a taping ministry. So every week we used to record Father's services and his sermons. You can tell that story yourself. And I do have sermons of Father going back to the 1980s. I still have a nice catalog of boxes of tapes in the basement, and I do listen to them now and then. They bring back many memories. And from that step, we grew up to another level. When Archbishop Job of blessed memory brought back the late vocations program to the Diocese of the Midwest. Then I asked for your opinion on that. You recommended, yes, go for it. You supported me through that program. You supported me when I asked for ordination. I was ordained, and then our relationship went to a whole other level. It kept growing and growing. Then once I was ordained, you made one of the best recommendations, one that that moves me the most, is that you recommended that I apply for the OCMC mission team. And luckily that year was the first team to Alaska, somewhere I always wanted to visit, which that could be a talk all in itself. But that was a very fitting thing for me to do. And one of the experiences from that, from the little things that you do in the start that you never really realize, is there was a team member on my team who had the same flights to Alaska as I did. And we met at the airport, but then you and Margarita showed up to meet with us and see us off and pray with us. And he was so moved by that. I mean, he brought that up over and over again on how that you came out, but also just the words of the prayer really moved him. And then through the whole experience of the Alaskan trip, it really just motivated him that when he came back from that trip, he put all his things in order with his job, he applied for seminary, he went to St. Vladimir's, finished at St. Tikhon's, and now he's Father Stephen Frey's in Columbus, Ohio. A longtime friend of mine. And after we got back from the mission trip, then my years of service with you, I can't even call it service, it's just because we worked together as a team so well. I mean, you truly were a guide, a leader in the altar. You taught me how to love the services, how to, just go through the services and just adore what you're doing up there. I mean, people even comment when they look at us, with me, Father Vladimir, and Father John serving in the altar, they say, you three look like you're having such fun up there. Well, we are. I mean, literally, we are in heaven. And we enjoy each other. We work like a well-fabricated Swiss clock. I mean, we know each other, so we know each other like We know our wives know us. But in conclusion, I guess I heard about it. In conclusion, Father, I just want to thank you. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for teaching me and leading me to the Orthodox faith. I want to thank you for being my friend and to my family. I want to thank you for your support as I went through the late vocations program. I want to thank you for my decision to enter into the diaconate. I want to thank you for showing me how to truly love the divine services. And most importantly, I want to thank you for being my dear friend. One final thing. May the Lord God remember your priesthood, his kingdom, always, now and ever, to his eternal.